It appears that as soon as he was appointed Chancellor, sometime after 10 p.m., he called Kepler and told him to call up Hitler and transmit his protests against the occupation. This action outraged the defendant Göring because it would disturb the rest of the Führer, who wanted to go to Austria the next day. At 11:15 p.m., an official in the Ministry of Propaganda in Berlin telephoned the German embassy in Vienna and was told by Kepler, "Tell the General Field Marshal that says Inquart agrees." At daybreak on the 12th March 1938, German troops marched into Austria and met with no resistance. It was announced in the German press that says Inquart had been appointed the successor to Schuschnigg, and the telegram which Göring had suggested, but which was never sent, was quoted to show that says Inquart had requested the presence of German troops to prevent disorder. On the 13th March 1938, a law was passed for the reunion of Austria in the German Reich. Says Inquart demanded that President Miklas should sign the law, but he refused to do so and resigned his office. He was succeeded by Says Inquart, who signed the law into the name of Austria. This law was then adopted as the law of the Reich by a Reich cabinet decree issued the same day and signed by Hitler and the defendants Göring, Frick, von Ribbentrop, and Hess. It was contended before the tribunal that the annexation of Austria was justified by the strong desire expressed in many quarters for the union of Austria and Germany, that there were many matters in common between the two people that made this union desirable, and that in the result the object was achieved without bloodshed. These matters, even if true, are truly immaterial, for the facts plainly prove that the methods employed to achieve the object were those of an aggressor. The ultimate factor was the armed might of Germany, ready to be used if any resistance was encountered. Moreover, none of these considerations appear from Hossbach's account of the meetings on the 5th November 1937 to have been the motives which actuated Hitler. On the contrary, all of the emphasis is there laid on the advantage to be gained by Germany in her military strength by the annexation of Austria. The seizure of Czechoslovakia. The conference of the 5th November 1937 made it quite plain that the seizure of Czechoslovakia by Germany had been definitely decided upon. The only question remaining was the selection of the suitable moment to do it. On the 4th March 1938, the defendant Ribbentrop wrote to the defendant Keitel with regard to a suggestion made to the Ribbentrop by the Hungarian ambassador in Berlin that possible war aims against Czechoslovakia should be discussed between the German and Hungarian armies. In the course of this letter, Ribbentrop said, "I have many doubts about such negotiations. In case we should discuss with Hungary possible war aims against Czechoslovakia, the danger exists that other parties as well would be informed about this." On the 11th March 1938, Göring made two separate statements to Monsieur Mansnay, the Czechoslovak minister in Berlin, assuring him that the developments then taking place in Austria would in no way have any detrimental influence on the relations between the German Reich and Czechoslovakia, and emphasized the continued earnest endeavor on the part of the to, Germans to improve their mutual relations. On the 12th March, Goring asked M. Massenet to call him and repeated these assurances.